When we come to know Christ and we learn to walk in the Holy Spirit, there's a reliance that we build as we move into faith, into a deeper relationship with God. But sometimes we miss those opportunities to walk in the faith, and we fall back upon the old habits, the old ways, the old life. And sometimes it's similar. I think about when God's people in Exodus, when they were led out of Egypt from the oppression of the Pharaoh by Moses. And at times when things got tough, they defaulted. They said, well, let's just go back to Egypt. Let's go back to Egypt under the taskmasters. And a lot of times we do that in our personal lives. And it reminds me of Acts in the first chapter where after Christ had ascended, and then Peter says, hey, let's, because of Judas, he's where he now belongs. We need to replace one of the 12 for leadership. So it says in 22nd, 122, it says, so they nominated 2 men, Joseph, known as Justus, and Matthias. Then they prayed, Lord, you know everyone's heart. Show us which of these 2 you have chosen to take over this apostolic ministry, which Judas left to go where he belongs. Then they cast lots, and the lot fell to Matthias, and he was added to the 11 apostles. So here they were on the cusp of moving into the realm of the Holy Spirit to make a very important decision. And even after they prayed and they said, Jesus, you know our hearts, like who's supposed to take his place? And instead of waiting for it to be revealed through the Holy Spirit, they threw dice. They threw dice to figure out who was going to be the apostle. And the irony, I guess, was that it was just not long before that, when Christ was actually crucified on the cross, that the 4 Roman soldiers threw dice at the feet of the cross so they could divide up his clothes. So, even when you're in the midst, you're in the presence of God Almighty, closer to the Holy Spirit than you've ever been, it doesn't mean that you can just let your guard down. Because if you don't keep moving forward, leaning into the presence of God, we have that tendency to fall back on the old ways. And for them, it was throwing dice to decide who was going to be the 12th apostle. And that we understand that Matthias didn't set the world on fire. So did they make the right decision? I guess only the dice knew. So we love you. God bless you. And we're praying for you.